So I'm deciding to make like a. I hope it's not a last will and testament, but it's just. I don't want to even try to think how I feel because it's not about how I feel in the moment. It's how I feel I can't go on with everywhere that. And it's not for me that I'm doing this video. For me, I would just like be playing video games, mostly on my phone now because I had to get rid of the other ones because they were making me sick after they contaminated them. And this is the government. If they do it on a global, everything they're doing globally, torture, killing, maiming, they're doing to me. And I'm actually showing you in real time. Why do you think I'm making this video? If you let this go on, my dear Canadians, my dear international community that's awakened, the white hats, anybody in politics or policing that has a conscience, that has morals, that sees that the crime they're doing to me is just so big. And I don't necessarily want people punished, but reformed. I am not like you people. I am not like other people. Why would I be making this video? Why wouldn't I have slowly leaned off the videos and the testimonials and even calling them criminals, animals? If I do that, I know I provoked them, despite the fact that it's absolutely true. It's obvious what's happening now. If people don't realize on TV, they didn't show Carding when he goes, for the new world order. The way he said it, see one of my shorts, it's just, I put, he said what? And this is what I mean. But it's, follow the money. It's already been happening in the last 15, well, maybe 10 years, 7 years more. But yeah, the adagio is good in the background, low, but this is what I mean. I feel like every day is a trauma, but not just for me. If people didn't do anything about Gaza is one thing. We say it's another country. Yes, there were exaggerated violent people, but it doesn't mean that just because the status quo or the elites and the governments in charge of the Western and in charge of the Eastern, you have Russia, Korea, and China, or they're not really friends that much because evil people cannot be friends. They don't even trust their own left arm. This is why, evidently, I don't need to curse to make but the fact that Trump shat on Canada before all other places that are worse than Canada. And he was nice now. When they went and deal with China, he goes, it's their business. And he was so calm, and I saw the reaction on the internet, but or even on TV, they showed it. On TV is being a little more honest, but this is what I mean. It's probably honest that there was a guy that had a knife and that was mentally unstable, but did they put them there on purpose? The same day that there was that guy that they had to tase and even shoot a bullet towards him, that's criminal. Trying to crush him between two cars, police, Montreal, that's criminal. It doesn't matter if the guy's a terrorist even, never mind mentally unstable, that it's not his fault. You actually see it through his eyes. He's not in control of his faculties. And you see it in me, that it's totally malarkey, and you see my proof, you see their motives. There is not even 1% of mental disease in me. Maybe a bit of PTSD, trauma, yes. And it's not that I fear. I know I'm doomed, and that's a feeling of when you fear buying food and eating food. And I showed you what kind of food. And like I said, I dare anybody to try the food. Oh, it's okay that I'm crazy, but you're crazy too if you don't want to eat. Oh, or maybe I'm crazy enough to poison the food. And see, this is what I mean. They could take any back alley street theory and say I'm evil or I'm mentally unstable and I'm imagining all this. Of course, they could stamp even that I'm an alien, of course, and you should believe it. But the thing is, why? And I had that video of I still have a video or two of the September 30th, 2020. A horrible night for me because that's when now that I in backtrack, just like now. You thought I wouldn't say it, my dear young, and he was tall, but so brainwashed and so disciplined that he almost fooled me because my general, the demeanor of a spiritual person, this is on 67 Côte des Neiges, Eco Cartier, and I saw they were interviewing someone. It was a gaslit fake interview. I don't know if the same people are going to be working there anymore because someone in that, I won't say who, what gender or what person took my channel and my email. They emailed me to see for something. I don't know if it was regarding how to get, where to get a fridge. This is before I decided to buy a tiny one. And I had to gamble that the taxi wasn't an undercover police because, like I said, they have more agents against me than Gaddafi whoever, the Chinese spies, because they invite them. They're actually some of the ones that they sent after me. Every Chinese spy or a double agent that was near me knew very well after a while to get away from me when they saw my eyes. Or one of them tried to engage me at Pharmaprix. What happened with them, my dear? I told the guy, get the fuck away from me before I fucking... Because this is the thing, is you make it even obvious, at least the ones that are Canadian are more into the lying. But because China, Russia, no matter how you infiltrate them here, they're easily seen. Because even in their demonic, authoritative tyranny, my dear Canada, my dear Carney, they're always more honest than Canada, which is two-faced and has gone so... Canada, Trudeau, Carney, everybody has sold out Canada so much. Watch Jasmine Lane, the best Canadian female ex-mainstream news, because it's all corruption. And like I say, it will all end. Why am I making these reports? No, there's enough people. Because it's not about telling you what they're doing. It's like telling you what they're doing or what they will do. I'm one of the first experiments in Montreal. The MK Ultra, this is MK Ultra on the field. This is a national security threat for them. I am. And in a way I am, but very indirectly. I would have to have a channel with millions or at least a few 100,000 people to affect the new coercive or criminal laws that Bill C2, C8, C9, C16, they're effing themselves by screwing with me. And they know it. There is some things I cannot notice about the technicality of how they torture me. But everything else, I don't see a logic to them hurting me. I can't affect their tyranny, not on a global scale, not on a Montreal level. So I still wonder, is it because they're mad that I recorded and say, please help me, I'm recording? Is that a big crime, even for sensitive ego police system that's a bit satanical, tyrannical? I'm not trying to say that you are all that, police, but if you could put it in your secretive, authoritative MK Ultras type to torture me, you know damn well you're doing it. Obviously, you smile at me in an evil smile. You haven't done it in a while. Maybe you think I have a secret camera somewhere. But this is what I mean. You know I caught some of your agents, or at least not caught them on camera, caught them saying it. Some of them you send them to say, that guy was already programmed to say it to mess with my head. First I had to sneak it out of someone, and now they're showing that the guy probably on purpose said it. No, I know your agents, when they're tempted by instinct to say that they are undercover, or that they used to, because they can't actually say, yeah, I'm here undercover trying to attack you secretly or intimidate you secretly. You can't say that. That would be really idiotic. But isn't it idiotic of pissing off the states? Isn't it idiotic of torturing me when you get no money and no gain, and just all you get is a bad rap and a risk of a revolt, which could overthrow eventually if enough people secretly, not me obviously because I'm too checked, but you could cause a physical revolution like they tried in the States, but a real one in Montreal, all because you care so, and not because I'd be promoting that. And you can't even blame me after I'm gone, after you kill me in this horrendous parasitical or whatever, you access my food and you make me bleed, you make me suffer, and I have pains all over, like deep. I don't know why they're putting these things. I don't know if it's on by them or a virus, that's a new virus that they're putting on society, because my teeth are hurting, my throat is hurting, but also in the apartment I felt, because the moment I put the video, again, the bleeding stopped. You could tell. So if something, it's like saying you punch somebody, they bleed from the nose. You stop punching them, after half an hour, they stop bleeding. It's a punch. But when they're chemical attacks, it's the same thing. It's like me. When they put that bus there, who knows what kind of... It's like me. I touch the mail, I feel ill. It's time to wake up, huh? Time. So I touch the mail, I get ill. That was just too loud. And they might even say it's a copyright infringement. But this is what I mean, is there's so many rules for us. 1,700 not to be able to live in nature. People don't know in Canada, even if you have the money, even if you buy all the stuff to build your own water system, electrical system with the sun, how do you say, the sun, solar energy, you cannot, because they don't want the scent. That's for them, the scent. Even if you want your own little bubble, like during the pandemic, I said, okay, everybody believes them. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just my fear because I'm allergic to everything that I don't want to do the vaccine. No, my intuition was telling me it's murder. It's international murder. Me, I'm a specified descendant, because killing me would have left I don't know why they didn't do it. Maybe it's not in the program yet. I don't want to say it because everything I say, they prove me wrong. So they might kill me just to prove me that they can. But that's why I'm making these videos. My death should mean something if I've been tortured for 7 years and by Apopex about 15 or more. So shouldn't my life or death, because it's not really death, it's just, but this is what I want to tell people. It's all going to be over. I don't know why they're putting up this insistence that I have to be traumatized and followed and spied. Even if they wanted to check on me, they could do it so well without making it obvious. Like the security, because I said, well, they're not, before they were doing it properly, so they get triggered with every word. How weak are you, police? Because the moment you saw, if you go back to my videos, the moment I was saying, well, they still follow me or check on me, but it's mostly now with vehicles or the food that they make my life. Because even if that weird viscous liquid doesn't kill me, it does something to me. It's hard to explain because I haven't tried to meditate on that because I have so many other dangers. I don't know what to report. And I just tell you, if you don't stop this, the vehicles is obviously that's psyops, but that's like psyops to a point, like saying, like, boo, you go like that to someone. You didn't hurt them, you didn't touch them, you didn't shoot them, you didn't tase them. So it's psyops, but it's not really psyops. It's physical torture because when you invade the body's senses to a level that they can't avoid them. If I can't avoid your snowplows that I have to almost jump not to get run over, and not once in a day, but 3-4 times I had to, well, at least twice, let's say, I had to sort of predict when I was crossing because the vehicle was coming and it wasn't going to stop. This girl, she saw me and I saw her. I'm walking down the street after Guaye, or 2 streets after Guaye, where there's like a pharmacy or something, or there's a dépanneur, you know, where there's the Kim Fat. Where there's Kim Fat, I think that street or the street before, I saw, where there's the 160 or 161 bus stop, because right now there was and this is like around 3 in the afternoon, but when I went there was 20 snow plows only there, and they said they're just beginning to take out the snow all over Montreal, so something doesn't match the news from my beep. It doesn't match because there was 20 vehicles plus an STM just cutting when I was crossing the street on Guaye. I think that was Guaye. I was. And 4, at least 2 big ones behind us. That's just a game. That was them saying, we could do what we want. Just like the tanks in Ukraine, the Russian tanks trying to intimidate people. So you're doing what the alleged enemy is doing, not me. I'm not your enemy. I just asked you for help. This is why the karma has been so big in Canada, police. I keep telling you, and I said it's ad infinitum, but it's not getting in. Because you are too, you're not scared to do bigger crimes against me, but you're too scared to stop 1 month or even 10 days like you did at one point. You were gutsy enough. Then when I came out of Club Ami, or I was at Club Ami, and I said a few words that to tell people, yeah, I've been living something bad with the police, I felt even guilty, and I go, will I get punished for mentioning it again? Because I was saying, shit, I was telling me, I feel good. I'm not being tortured for 10 days. Yeah, I see them once in a while, but they're not attacked. And then that police officer again, oh, tout est beau, monsieur. No, c'est fini. Just like those firemen parked in front of my corner of the street, plus in front, a big fire truck right in front of my building. I said, what's going on? Oh, no, it's over now. We got you. My head was like this big inflated. Well, okay, I'm exaggerating. And then even a couple of days later, when I went and eat at a restaurant, which I eat once a month, when I was still safe, and I thought that person serving me didn't, because I wasn't even thinking yet that they would go that far, to deputize people in restaurants. I am guaranteeing you, I'd pass a polygraph, and I dare you ask the people at Burger King, at near L'Angelier Metro, if they never got deputized. But a lot of stores, they won't admit it, obviously, some of them, because they're under that zip. Because even if they take away my phone and my internet, neither me nor the company that does it is allowed. Look at Bill C8, C9. So when the law is equivalent to the torture I'm getting, or like Bill C63, and they were probably saying, like they're saying now with the bills, no, we're not going to take somebody's phone. That's just if a kid is getting harassed or molested or tagged on the internet. Come on. Bill C63, they said, since he's crazy that the police follows him, I said to the judge, excuse me, why do you call me that I hallucinate? It's on video. Yeah, but that's not important. No. But them saying that I'm crazy and locking me up, that's important, right? And this is the thing that I say, yes, I'm trying to insult you. I'm trying to insult you. It's like that intervention. I'm trying to swear back at you on the internet to tell you it's not with hate. And I'm trying to call you out on the crimes you did to me and show you that I'm not scared of showing temporary emotion. I don't hate you or want to give you hand signals. But when you're torturing me, the moment a vehicle is blocking my path, police, what do you want me to do? Say, thank you. Bend down, bend my pants down and put some lubricant? This is what you want of me? What do you effing want? I cannot be intimidated by your psyops, so you have to torment me physically, psyops, but physical psyops. Trucks almost running me over every day, knowing that everything I eat, you could contaminate it with whatever you want, lethal or non-lethal. You're showing me every day my life is in your hands. But is it? Is it? Yes, it is, technically. But my soul is not. And your life, before you end up either compromising and returning and awakening that this is a horrible, evil crime you're doing to me, when it will dawn on you, it will probably be too late. Whether it's by 2032 that it dawns on you or anybody else in my building that is associated with making my life a living hell. Are you smart? You're smart enough to do all these facades, but you're not smart enough to do the research that what I'm saying. Even the freaking MK Ultra CIA said, yeah, voodoo it works. But it doesn't work, really. It works to a certain level, just like predicting the future. You can have more. It's like now, there is no doubt, because I feel it, just like I feel that I was bleeding because of something they did in the apartment. And when I put the video again, it stopped. Why? How can it stop in seconds? If it's a virus, it doesn't go away in seconds. And I heard, blah, 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 oh, well. So it's the criminality that they invade and attack me in a billion ways. Not a million, a billion. In the last 7 years, it must have reached a billion. How many personnel? It's close to 100,000 people that had to contribute to make my life a living. Everywhere I go, even the store, I don't want to say the store because of a certain nationality thing. It's my nationality, and I have two of them. So I went there, and the manager came and blocked my path just because I told these people that they were blocking people that were moving carts. And if that anybody manager from that store, which no, see, I'm respecting you even though you didn't respect me, because you could have told your workers, hey, the guy is having a hard time back, because me, I have to watch myself from attacks and bag my food and also wear all these things. It's monstrous when I go out what I have to live and wonder what out of the foods that I bought is not contaminated. If it's a store I go more than once in 6 months, they probably deputize someone to put some product. Because of the GPS, they send an undercover. They have organizations, like I said, they have to zip it. Because if I would have to zip it right now, if it will C8, C9, one is religious, one is for the internet. Both gulag type monstrous that whoever invented those laws, the parts of them, like Bill C-63, most of it makes sense. But when it reaches the fact that they could imagine that you could do a crime in the future, even without any logical proof, even without passing in front of a judge, well, in my case, in that it was, they had to make a warrant. But Bill C-8 and C-9 don't need a judge. So this is what I mean, that they're getting worse and worse and worse. Carney is getting worse. And the sound of his voice, try to look it up on the internet. I'm not trying to make fun of him. Is it because he really has fear of the United States, or is it he knows very well China is less reliable than the United States? Because Trump, no matter how exaggerated he is, he's exaggerated on the right side. You got the right side and the left side. Technically, because the left side is more corrupted, and the last 7,000, maybe even up to 7,000 years, the world has been slavery system. And in the last maybe 200-300 years, or even 1,000 years, it's been gaslit slavery, like 2,000. Since Jesus died, it's all lies. They twisted his teachings. They twisted his symbol. When I see people that say, I follow Jesus, I sense a darkness and fakeness, not them preaching it, but the demonic entity, like that thing that I proved to you, that they created a ghost. And this is in Toronto, a research team in Toronto, 12 people. They actually created a ghost, and it was alive. Because we have the power to create everything. Do you think it's my imagination, all this? Don't you feel it, that it's real? Just like you feel, ask anybody, when you see these people at metros or someone that says they follow Jesus. I'm not talking about the Christian way necessarily, but especially that new movement. Jesus. It's like worse than the devil. It's like, it's an energy so dark, Jesus would never approve of that, if he even existed. But the principle, the Christos, which is inside us, which has awakened in me, could tell you honestly, just like Jesus when he smashed all the things in a Jewish place that of worship. So this is even written in the Bible. But of course, the Jewish religion says it was all fake. Jesus never came. So that's why they're in conflict even. Any spiritual person will tell you that either Catholicism, Christianity, or the Jewish religion, kissing a wall is not meant. Do you see that the Dalai Lingam, the statues of the Buddha or Shiva or all that? Nobody forces them. Did you ever see someone from India or Pakistan or China say you have to go kiss that statue? No, it's only in authoritative fake governments of coercion and lies and slavery. The Indian system, like Sadhguru says in a short I put, says the whole idea is that truth is government, truth is authority. Not authority becomes truth because you want to stay in power and whatever fuck you say is the truth. That's what's going on now, and especially in Montreal when everybody visually sees the damn police tortures and follows me every day. And everybody says, well, it's not me. He must have done something to piss them off. Yeah, I did. I asked for help in a way they didn't like. So can you expect your grandchildren, your nephews, your children, your grandchildren, your cousins, your relatives? It will all happen to me. This goes especially for my family because a lot of them have newborn kids. Well, not now, but I don't want to say details. And my brother turned his back on me and he's getting sicker and sicker because of the vaccine. And he even knows. Of course he knows. At the beginning he was saying, oh, the vaccine won't affect my heart because I'm protected by God. No, I tell you, I'm protected by God spiritually, but I don't know how much poison they're putting in me. Because my brother, it's just the vaccine. Me, they're putting poison on me and my food every day. So I don't know what morals they have, whether they're allowed killing me secretly or not, because they could kill me even though I say I might try to put a shield or something. That's just but that's it. If I wouldn't have done that, I would have had marks on my body, maybe, or they found a way now to get me sick. Like here, I know I got it, but it doesn't show. So they're improving their torture tactics. I have to be honest. I suffer, but I can't show it. Even when they inject me these days. I'll be honest with you, like that guy that was a shark from 2635, card 2635 from station 26. He was like a guy and he looked at me and he didn't either smile on it to prove to me, look, I'm brainwashed so much that I could look at you and I won't smile evil and get satisfied, or I won't even give you any clues about what I'm. And he didn't say one word. How can a police officer lower his window? He just attacked me and says, I'm here to attack you and you can't do fuck all about it. Message received. But can you do anything about Trump? I don't think so. And if you get involved with China, I'm sure the States has more weapons and more guns and more nukes than even Russia or China. But Russia is, sure, it sort of is friendly with China, but Russia is the best country that I saw from what I saw the reports that's corrupt. It's not that it's corrupt. It's a tyranny, but it's an honest tyranny. You know very well if you go up against the government and denounce them, you risk jail or death. So at least you behave accordingly. But here, police, you're not even giving me that get out of jail free card or get out of torture and torment because I did not know you would be able to do all this. So you're not even allowed giving me that get out of. So of course now I pissed you off 1 billion times more than on the September 30th, 2020, which now I see the date clearly on that video that I still had somewhere. They didn't erase everything. And like I said, going back to the Eco Center at 67 Côte des Neiges, and I'm telling the director, because I know the damn director in that building, do something about it. They're invading the whole building, the undercover police. You could do something about it. Make complaints with Anthony Housefather. Do something. If people that are not directors don't do anything, we will all be a police state. We already are. This guy screamed, he goes, they're selling our pipeline, our oil to China. We are in a war now, not just about protecting little old me. If I would have thrown a rock on a police station, I would have sworn at a police car or a police person and been intimidating. Even then, it would have been a crime what they're doing to me. But since I asked for help, it makes this crime, and it makes you know, whoever you're watching this, know that there's no way you're not going to get the wrath on you, just like similar to Gaza, but with more lies. Because instead of using tanks, they use fucking construction in summer and snow plows. Like, look at the one, Warlock snowplowed in Montreal, something like Montreal Warlock snowplow. Look at the visuals. 30 giant and even medium range snowplows in 10 minutes or 5 minutes or 2 minutes that I crossed the street at Côte des Neiges from the mall to the 67 Côte des Neiges building. Crime! Again, I could swear at you, police, give you signs, or I could just tell you, do you think you're going to escape the wrath of God? And I'm not talking about religion or spirituality even. It's just the law. Don't forget spirituality. Are there laws that keep the planet spinning? I feel it. Who cares if I ever read a book, Awakening? I don't need to read about awakening or see it on the. I feel it. I feel you're gonna go down. And I don't want you to go down. That's why I'm making this movie. You think I don't know I'm pissing you off? So why not try to see if your life and the life of Canada gets better within a month? I double dare you not to punish me further, to stop torturing me.